Hey everybody, welcome to the Paranormal Activity. I'm Sarah, and today we're talking about Rosswood episode 4, which was so good. Spoiler alert, it was incredible. It was so good. I loved it. Couldn't get enough of it. So today we're going to talk about that. I'm going to catch up a little bit on a couple things, and then we'll just go in and talk about episode 4 because it was so good. I want to send a big shout out to a viewer, Liam C. 9998 or Leah MC. I think it's Liam C. 9998. Let me know. But they were very helpful and directed me to some background, like which specific entries had to do with the arc, because I was just really curious about it. I'm thinking about it a lot. That's kind of like, is that where we are right now, or is it like a different thing? So a big shout out to them directing me to specific places. Something also that I had forgotten, which relates to the arc, is that Jay, the actor, the person in the Jay, as the character, like ran a Twitter and tweeted a lot to like let people, and there was like some heavy like ARG stuff happening, which I completely deleted the program on the Twitter because I don't have Twitter anymore. I trashed Twitter a few months ago, and I literally just kind of forgot about it. But it's so interesting, and I grabbed a couple from the Nightmind episode, and it's so funny to see like a Marble Hornets tweet getting like 8 likes. It's just like, I can't believe there was ever a time where we were so young. And so he would also like, because he would like back and forth to the arc via Twitter, and just like would post the links, their entries, which was very cool. So one of the episodes, entry 65 from the OG series, it is that they are like trapped in the arc, and it's very disorienting. They're underwater. They just keep kind of, they're trying to escape, and they'll be like underwater, and then they'll be in a building, and then they'll be underwater, and then they'll be, trying to swim out, and suddenly they'll be like climbing up a hill, and it's really, really scary. It's effective. There's something really dark and disturbing about that feeling, and I feel like so much of this is, especially with like Tim in the hospital, there's a strong theme to me of like childhood trauma, we'll put it that way. It feels like that sort of drowning, that perpetual like just bouncing back and forth, having no agency, not knowing who's in charge, that sort of like lost feeling is very, to me, like a heavy theme of childhood trauma. And so it was really sad and dark and emotionally brutal is what I wrote here. Whoever is uploading to the arc is a member of like the cast or crew, or someone who's very close to the project. All of the entries are like in 3 or 4 different sort of styles, and with different focuses and different goals. And in a couple, they seem to be communicating with each other. So I think we can sort of glean from what's the people uploading to the arc are Hoodie, Maskey, and Alex himself. Yeah, in episode 83, again, it's like it's a temporal loop. So because there's drowning, there's moments where it sounds like people are underwater. I feel like the respiratory issue that has been vexing me, because I'm just like, why did they just start choking? I think that they're drowning. I think that when the operator's nearby, they start to drown, which is dark. Oh, one thing I just wanted to mention, there's a moment at the end of 3 where it looks like, there's like we glitch out a lot when Jay goes down into the tunnel, and there's like one frame where it looks like there's a body. It might be that he's pointing like at the exit or where he came in, because there's a lot of detritus down there. I'll take another look, But I think I'm going to drop it in here. You let me know what you see. Yeah, and just like the tunnel itself. So things about the tunnel that I had forgotten. Hoodie had stashed Tim's records, his like medical records down there. And the thought was that he would often be found. Like he would escape his room at the facility and he would sometimes be found hiding there. And there's also rumors that Tim is the one who burnt down the medical facility. It's so funny. Every time I get one of these theories, I'm like, oh, I just have to like rewatch the entire thing again. Which is like good because they made a really good, hard to, pinpoint thing. It's also exhausting, man. It was 133 episodes. P.S. Didn't notice there was a store before. No, you bought a t-shirt immediately. So let's dive into Ep 4. It was so good. I mean, I knew it was going to be good and I was just so excited about it, but this was like genuinely like scary and with breathers, but just tense and weird and so much happened. I'm just really hyped and I'm just so sad there's only one episode left. I hope that this is like the beginning of something else. And I promise, okay, so I'm for these 2 episodes, I'm dropping the kayfabe. We're just believing that what's happening is real. All right, we're letting go of the unfiction and just, it's real. That said, the one thing I will say is Troy Wagner, who plays Jay, is just so good. He's so good. He's so understated and real that I forget that I'm watching something that is a piece of fiction. Like I forget. Like he's so good, and I'm just very, very grateful for him and his presence on the project. And Joseph, who plays Alex, is also, he's very good. He plays the heel, and he's great at it. So at this point, where we left them, they were in the pocket dimension where there is no sun. There's also there's a video out there that's a great video out there that theorizes that they're in purgatory. If you don't know what purgatory is, it's a temporary place or process of purging venial sins and imperfections with the ultimate goal of cleansing the soul for eventual union with God in heaven. So it's like the place in between earth and heaven where you have to kind of hang out and take a soul shower. Like before you get into a pool. You don't want to get your sins, i.e. body oil, into the pool. There was other religious imagery in, well, there was one significant piece of religious imagery in like the first season. They referred to this stigmata, which is when like the hands of the faithful bleed, and obviously the ark is a pretty big one. In entry 23, Jay experiences the same sort of temporal loop thing in the abandoned house. He moves from one room to another. He'll walk into a room and it'll be the room he just walked out of. And something super interesting happens too, and I don't have the entry in front of me, but I think it was the first season, he was in his apartment and he's filming himself, and he walks out of his bedroom into the living room with the camera at the same time focused on the door of the bedroom. The door of the bedroom never opens. So where did he go? Losing time, being lost. So when we open, Jay is in the tunnel. He gets a phone call from Alex. Alex is shady and is acting weird and sounds weird.
The one we were going to go through to try to get out.
I don't know where that is. Can you meet me at the front, please?
Okay.
Can you meet me at the front, please?
Give me a second to crawl out of here, I guess.
I'm of two minds about this. I know that the operator is like playing tricks on them because like the phone doesn't work. So either it was just illusion or Alex is under the operator's influence and he's just doing weird things. Jay, while he's in the tunnel, while he's trying to get out, he sees the sun for a quick second. Which is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Don't do that to me. Alex loses his memory of his encounter with the operator while Jay is in the tunnel. I put, or he's lying, ? In parentheses. So I don't know. It's hard to like trust Alex at this point. It's like, do you trust him? Do you trust him? Is he under the influence or is he doing this because he wants to? You know, there's a noise. Alex chases it. We start to get distorted. We get we get all of the glitching and all of the distorted audio. It sounds like he's underwater. It literally sounds like he's underwater. The operator appears. The video distorts. The video distorts for a few seconds, and for at least one frame, we see, I'll drop it here. We see like tunnels and openings, hidden architecture. I'm reading House of Leaves right now, so it's kind of on my mind that I think we're seeing this dimension as the operator sees it. A myriad of hallways and mazes and doorways and closets. You know, how I think it's how he moves in between dimensions. I think it's how he traps his And, you know, like an operator, the circle with the cross through it, it stands for no face, but it also stands for like the 0 on a telephone keypad, which is the operator. I don't, that's just what I don't know. Maybe it's just a cool glitch, right? But I think we're looking at the bones of the arc itself. That might be a stretch. Guess what? This is all a stretch. Jay saves Alex. He gets dragged away. He is saved from the sway of the operator. They drop the camera, and Alex crawls right back into danger to grab it because he is still, like he was in the past, obsessed with finding footage of the operator. The audio of the camera is completely shot, essentially probably due to like excessive exposure to the operator. They get outside. We get another glitch. It glitches into the safe room. We see Jay on the floor inside. We see him inside the glitch. The glitch kind of cuts him into pieces in black and white, and he's inside and outside at the same time. And it's I mean, it's just a glitch, but it evokes. They're running out of battery. They're running out of time. They're falling apart. We get a nice scene here of them connecting, and they refer to the operator as a vampire chasing them, which I think is funny and weird. And also that they just that they've experienced this thing so many times, and they have all of this footage of it, and they don't have language for it. They don't have a real language for how to talk about the operator. And it just adds to how disorienting it all is. They talk about a different project that Alex had called a movie called Vengeance of Dawn. It's nice. They connect. It's really well done and sweet. The scraping comes back. There's also a very high pitched tone underneath it.
I'm gonna close the door. Turn off your lights.
At this point, the camera takes a stroll by itself. We're seeing there's a lot of graffiti in the annex that says tunnel exit, which leads me to have a bunch of different thoughts. It leads me to have a lot of different thoughts. Like was Jay getting close to the exit, and the operator had to like make a phone call and like trick him to get out? Or is the tunnel a reference to the tunnel in entry 49, the tunnel that Alex appears to have like murdered a stranger in, and then the operator disappears with? The camera goes into the tunnel. There's no audio, but Alex he's just like going toward the operator. I can't tell what the relationship is. I can't tell if Alex wants to be there, if he's being forced to be there, or if he just wants footage. Does he want footage? Does he want something else? Is he trying to lure Jay there? Is he being lured there? We cut back to the safe room. Alex cannot talk. He's struggling in some way. I mean, he can talk, but he's struggling in some way, which is interesting. In the OG series, you know, Maskey and Hoodie didn't speak. So I feel like the overarching idea in the OG series was that Alex was leading people to the operator, to the Ark. And it feels like he's doing that with Jay. Yeah, and at the very end, Alex wanders away. The scraping comes back, and Jay just shelters in place, and that's all we get. I don't want to dwell on this. I know that Tim Sutton does not want to be part of the project. He mentioned on his social media he's not interested, which is totally okay. Don't do anything that you're not comfortable doing. But I will say he does have the opportunity to do something very, very funny and very profoundly cool right now. But who knows? We'll probably never find out who's scraping. Who's the scraper? Who's scraping? Who scrapes the scraper? Anyway, that is it for me. One dangling thing that I don't have anything to write about because I don't have any thoughts about it right now, or I didn't really sit down to think about it too much. But someone on one of the Reddits mentioned the tree that they walked to. There's like a big, this is the big crazy tree that we turn right at or whatever. And then it's
the big tree where we turn off, right?
Yes. It looks familiar.
Because it's the weird one that goes into 3.
Yeah.
All right.
So we cut.
Someone mentioned that is somehow significant to like pushing them into this dimension. I don't have anything on that. So if that's interesting to you, or if that makes sense to you, or you're like, oh yeah, that means this, let me know. Drop your theories in the comments. Let me know what I got wrong, so we can all get this right together. I'm excited for episode 5. And if you don't have anything to say, just put a little pine tree in there so that I know you're there, because I appreciate you. That is it for me. Please like, subscribe. I'm gonna think of 10 more things to say.